Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and that's only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the names of Hamashiach, Kabashai. Those are the true names of the ancient Pelican Hebrew, the Lashon Kadash on the tongue. And I say, Barak to the elders and apostles, Wa'akoth, and I say, Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It's going to be the title of sit-down lesson, so it'll be edifying. And this is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." Right, so also in the latter days perilous times shall come, because we see iniquity and lawlessness is ramping up at an all-time high. This was spoke about the Apostle Paul, the epistle of the second epistle of Apostle Paul, about also in the latter days perilous times shall come. So this is through Apostle Paul, through Timothy's, also in the latter days perilous times shall come. And you look at the definition of perilous versus a dangerous time. So we're definitely seeing signs of it, because we're seeing iniquity and sin and lawlessness is ramping up at an all-time high. We're seeing it in these modern day times, just like it was taking place in ancient times. Now we're living once again in modern day times. Because we're living in the modern days of Paul, as he wrote through Timothy's, also the modern days perilous times shall come. Just like that was happening during his times. Now we're seeing that once again in these modern day times. So there's no new thing in the sun. And just like one case, I believe, was over there in Texas. You had this, it was some type of 15-year-old worker. It was reported on Monday. It was like Texas. Said if I could be up there, bring up the news article. This is the prime example. This is going to be a prime example that we're going to see more and more in perilous times. It's he was a landscape worker. Yeah, this is a news article that I looked up. Yeah, this is a news article that I looked up on ABC13.com. It's published Tuesday, July the 8th, 2025. And it reads, it says a 15-year-old landscape arrested for allegedly shooting 3 co-workers and killing 2, police says. And this is from Cloak, Texas. It says a 15-year-old was arrested after being accused of being at a center of a shooting that killed 2 of his co-workers and injured 1. It says, according to police, it says the Clip Police Department says that the shooting happened at 1:18 p.m. on Monday near Dixie Drive in Balrazar, Aaron County, and this was down there in Texas. It says investigators said a 5th-person landscape crew was taking their lunch break. It says when one of the workers pulled out a gun and started firing shots. It says the 3 landscape workers were shot. According to police, 2 were rushed to the hospital, 1 died, and the 3rd person was pronounced dead at the scene. It said a 4th worker was able to run away unarmed, but investigators said that the 15-year-old suspect chased him with continuing to open fire. It says the 15-year-old was arrested shortly after, and it believed that he was suffering from a medical episode, according to police. It said the shooting suspect was released from the hospital and was taken to the Balrazar County Juvenile Detention Center, where he was charged for several felonies. Yep. So as it's mentioned again, that was just a prime example of a news article that just brought out. And there was another story, I'm gonna say, over there in Kansas, as of Monday morning, I believe. You had 2 females were killed by the suspect. I believe they had caught him. It was over there in Kentucky. So these are examples that we're going to see more and more. Like it says through Timothy's, through Apostle Paul, through Timothy's. So also in the latter days, perilous times shall come. We see the signs of it. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It said, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." Right. So also in the latter days perilous times shall come. So we're definitely going to see this increasing. And this is the book of 1 John, because we're going to see lawlessness, iniquity is going to be ramping up on an everyday basis. And And this is the book of First John, chapter 3. 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. It said, whosoever committed sin also transgress the law, for sin is transgress the law. Right, we're going to see sin and lawlessness is going to ramp up, and that's what we're seeing. You have 2 Timothy once again, then I'm going to close it out. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. It says, this not also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right, so also in the latter days perilous times shall come. And I'm going to look up the etymology of the definition of perilous. So we're definitely going to be living more and more of perilous times. And that's what we're entering into the beginning stages of perilous times. So it's going to come to full effect. And this is in the book of perilous, adjective from C1300, full of danger and risk. Right? Yeah, full of danger and risk. That's what perilous is. Right? Full of danger, risk. Yeah, dangerous times. 2 Timothy 3, verse 1, read again. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right, so also in the latter days perilous times shall come. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. And that was the title of the sit-down lesson. So hopefully this was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh. And his only begotten Son, Bahashem, in the names of Hamashiach Yahushua. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Galash Kadash tongue. And I say Barakathon to the elders and apostles, Akima Akwa. Until next time, I will say Shalom.